That time, and we want to thank all of you crazy pad people for coming out to Southern Illinois, so welcome. And this is the most people we've ever had, and yeah, it's awesome. Give yourselves a hand. This is the final testament, and this has been a long time coming.
Just west of Pomona, Illinois, in the Shawnee National Forest, you will find the Holy Boulders. The Holy Boulders is the largest concentration of boulders in southern Illinois, with over 350 developed boulder problems ranging from V0 to V13, and has the potential for hundreds more. The sandstone boulders and cliffline are known for their fontaine blue-like perfect friction and aesthetic lines. The Holy Boulders sits on a 46-acre tract of farm and forest land that the Tripp family had owned for over 47 years. In 2004, a local climber discovered the Holy Boulders from aerial photographs and introduced himself to the landowner. After initial concerns of liability, the family gave climbers verbal permission to climb. For 8 years, climbers maintained a positive relationship with the Tripp family, offering small tokens of appreciation and keeping information word of mouth so as to not jeopardize access. In May of 2012, climbers spotted for sale signs on the property and learned that the landowners were planning to sell it. The property owner's decision put the boulders at a risk of indefinite closure. Climbing is a finite resource, said professional climber and Holy Boulders regular Matt Segal, especially areas like the Holy Boulders that are so special. It's really important for us to take initiative and try to protect these areas for future generations. With a narrow window of opportunity to protect the Holy Boulders, local climbers and the Illinois Climbers Association reached out to the landowners and to the Access Fund to help protect this hidden gem of the American bouldering community. After months of working with the landowners, the Access Fund reached an agreement to protect the area through a multi-phased conservation project. The Access Fund secured temporary ownership of the land using funds from the Climbing Conservation Loan Program, a revolving loan program designed to quickly save threatened climbing areas. After everything was said and done, the Illinois Climbers Association needed to raise an additional $90,000 to repay the loan and to raise even more funds for long-term management and taxes to keep climbing access open for future generations. One of the fundraising events the ICA used to help raise these funds is a yearly competition where competitors could test themselves on the amazing sandstone the Holy Boulders has to offer. Going into 2019, there was still $40,970 left to repay. Thankfully, the Holy Boulders, the final testament, had the most competitors in the history of the competition, and from numerous additional donations, the loan was able to be repaid, ensuring the protection of what many consider the holiest of places.
Safe day, so thank you very much. Great spotting. I saw great spotting out of there. All right, and while we're waiting for the awards, we have something else to take care of. We've got Mike from the Access Fund here all the way from the Northeast. The Access Fund, you guys know, protects climbing access, intervenes all over the country, and they stepped up to help us purchase the Holy Boulders. So I'm gonna give it to Mike. Thanks, guys. So I've been thinking all day about what to say while I was standing up here. The Holy Boulders, despite the fact that I don't live around here, mean a lot to me.
I first came to the Holies in 2014 when I was traveling with my wife for the Access Fund's conservation team. We rolled into here on a cold, dark night, not really knowing where we were going, pitched a tent somewhere over there, and woke up the next morning and walked down into the boulders and were just blown away by what y'all have here. It's a pretty special spot. I talk about it a lot in New England and across the country, and hopefully I'm not blowing it up for y'all, but I think it's pretty incredible. So I just want to, who here today, this is their first visit to the Holies?
Wow.
Woo! That's awesome. That's awesome. It's a special place, and I hope that you all appreciate it deeply. And I want to just thank both the ICA and all of you, and I also want to thank Philip Carrier and Kate Carrier for their incredible generosity. If you don't realize it, you're actually on Philip's land right now. Philip and Kate are incredibly generous people, and they allow this event to happen. So let's just give Philip and Kate a round of applause. So, I just want to say thank you. The Access Fund thanks you, the ICA, for all of your hard work over the years to help purchase this incredible property. I've enjoyed getting to know everybody down here in Southern Illinois. And I actually lobbied really hard to be able to come to this event. There was others that wanted to come, and I said, no, I really want to be here. So thanks to everybody who made the trip out here and helped make this possible this weekend. And thank you, Philip, and thanks to the ICA.
First off, my voice, you hear it. I'd like to say some thank yous as well. I'd like to first thank Mike from the Access Fund for everything. Stay up here. I'd like to thank Andrew for doing the announcing this weekend. It's not my favorite thing, but I'm also not capable. I'm going to do some thank yous, and thank yous are long and drawn out, but these are really important because this has been a 7-year process for us, and there are people here that have helped along the way. So first off, I want to thank every one of you for coming out today. So give yourselves a round of applause. The next person I want to reach out to is Leif Faber. Leif's right there. Leif was the ICA president when we started this process, and he put an immense amount of energy into this from day one. The next person I'd like to thank is Dave Hugg. Dave Hugg took over after Leif and carried on the torch. I'd like to thank our current board, which is Bryce, Abby, David Quinney, David Hugg, Doug, Matt, Kelly, Kevin, Andrew, and Miranda. If you see these people around, please thank them. There are a couple other key people that helped in this process and were instrumental in making the Holy Boulders what they are. I'd like to thank Eric Ulner and Jim Thurman. I don't think they're here, but let's give them a huge round of applause. I'd like to thank Chris Schmick and Upper Limits. Their support is unrelenting, and they show up every year to host the amazing after party, and they show up with big checks. From the Access Fund, I'd like to thank Mike, and I'd like to thank Joe Sambataro. He's the
National Access Director.
He's the National Access Director, but he's the guy that makes, when climbing areas come up for sale and are threatened, he makes it happen with the land conservation campaign and helps facilitate the whole process. I'd like to thank Brady Robinson, who was the executive director of the Access Fund at that time. And so the support we received from the Access Fund in this whole process was immense. And I just want to thank everyone involved in the process from the Access Fund. And once again, I'd like to thank all of you for being here, and I can't wait to do it again.
It's time to announce the winners of today's competition, and we are going to start with the youth category. We got another local, Mr. Eric Whiting, with 7,505 points. No wonder he climbed so many problems. Top him out. Way to go! All right, let's give them all a hand again.
So close!
All right. So, oh, they're still going.